What's up, guys? So I'm here with a new tutorial, and this time we're going to be designing a birthday flyer. So what I'm going to design now is not something I've seen anywhere or somewhere, and I'm trying to replicate it. So we are going to be designing from scratch, from my own idea, and this is how I work. If you go through my post, my page, or you go through my Pinterest, you see my designs, or my flyers, or my birthday designs kind of have this flow where I just like using 2 or 3 pictures and then just putting one in the middle and then just throwing in my text. So let's start. I'm just going to try to keep this tutorial as brief as possible. So yeah, here on Photoshop we are going to start by creating a new document. So we're going to click on file. So we're going to start by using 10 by 10, or you can go 5 by 5, but I like using 10. So our resolution here is set to 300. So we're having 10, 10 and 300 for the resolution, and our background color is white. You can always change that. What I'm going to be designing is going to be it's not going to be a square, so I can just go to I'm just going to use my crop tool here, and I'm just going to drag this down a little bit. I want it to be more of a portrait. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to link the files I used in this tutorial to my Google Drive, so if you want to follow along, you can just go there and download it. So we have these pictures here, and I think I'm going to use this one, so I'll just drag it into Photoshop. And as usual, what we are going to do first is we are going to have to crop this picture. So we are just going to take out the background, and I think I mentioned this in my previous tutorial that if you want to crop a picture in Photoshop, you can do it automatically by using the remove background. If you go to your properties panel, if you can't find your properties panel, you can go to your window and then scroll down to properties. So if you go here, you can see where it says convert to layers. You just have to convert it to layers. So it's going to be converted to a layer, and just going to click on remove background. So Photoshop has taken out the part it's assumed to be like the background. So since it's not so clean, what we are going to do is, let me see, but I think I like the way it cropped the hair. So what we are going to do is we're just going to use because by default Photoshop is creating a mask, you get. So what we are going to do is set our brush on white, go to your brush tool and then set it on white. So this is too big, just right click and reduce the size a little bit. So what we are going to do is we are going to brush over the edges we think are supposed to be parts of the picture where Photoshop took off. So we're just going to bring back those parts, those spots, those areas, and then after that we're going to crop them manually. You just take it out manually. So for this part I'm just going to speed the video up because it's going to take time. So what you basically do is, or what you're going to have to do is use your pen tool. And I've not done basic tutorials on Photoshop, but I assume you know how to use Photoshop to this level, so you just use your pen tool and just crop out the picture or crop out the image from the background. Okay guys, so it took me a good time to crop these pictures because the color was not easy for Photoshop to calculate from her dress, so I just had to take my time to just crop it. So this is it, and I have this picture, I have this one. Let me do it this way. So I have this one here, I have this one here, and I have this one. So what I'm going to do right now is this one is going to be at the top. This is going to be like the first layer. So these two are going to be like in the background. So I'm just thinking between this, if this should be behind this one like this, or if this one should be above, but because of the hand it's going to be behind. So let's just keep that part. So I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to make this one much bigger. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, it's not bad. And I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to create a layer mask. I'm going to select my brush tool here, and I'm going to set it on black, and I'm going to go to this layer mask I just created. So it's on black right now, you can see here. So I'm just going to increase the size by just right clicking and increasing the size here. But if you want to increase your brush size and you still want to be able to see the size while it increases, you can just hold down your Alt key, right click and drag, so you can always see the size. So I'm just going to put this on black, and I'm going to brush the bottom. So I'm going to bring this one, and I'm going to do same thing. So this is the main picture. So this picture is going to be smaller, and I'm just going to put it right here. So because I have a lot of space here, I don't want this white space here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select the mask of that picture, and I'm going to put it on white. So here I'm going to switch this color from black to white by just clicking on this arrow. So I'm going to select my brush tool, and I'm going to reduce it, just reduce the size, and then I'm going to, it's on white, I'm just going to brush here because I think I'm going to need this part. If I still don't want it, I can still decide to switch to black and just hide it. So let me do the same thing here and see. So the opacity is too much, I'm just going to reduce it, Ctrl Z, and I'm still going to brush it, just bring back these edges. Yeah. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring in these flowers I downloaded. So I'm just going to use this one. So because it's like a birthday post and it's for a girl, so you just have to make it look feminine. So the issue now is this flower is red and the color of our dress is pink, so pink and red don't actually go. I don't know if there's any other way of using pink and red, but I don't think pink and red actually go together. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to my adjustment layers. I'm going to create an adjustment layer and I'm going to select hue and saturation, and I'm going to create a clipping mask. In my previous video I showed you how to create a clipping mask, so I'm going to do the same thing with this adjustment layer, this hue and saturation. I'm just going to clip it down to this flower. So I'm going to click on this little icon here. So when I do this and I pick a color, it's going to only adjust that particular color. So we are here and I'm going to just adjust the hue until it turns pink. I'm going to play with the colors until it's pink. So we're having different colors here. I may just decide to go with a different color, but let me just try pink first. Yeah, we have pink. So I think I should just select the flower and the adjustment layer, the hue and saturation. I just select both of them and convert to smart object, so I can just reuse it any other place I want to. So we're going to reduce this flower, choose the size, set it here. Then we're going to duplicate it, put it here, and just make it bigger, just like we did on the other birthday flyer I did, the previous post. So we are going to create that same effect here. So I'm still going to, okay, let me move this to the middle. Remember I told you this is not something I've seen anywhere. I'm just creating from my head, so this is like my thought process. So I'm just going to duplicate this flower and then I'm going to right click, or just press Ctrl T and then right click, flip horizontal, then just put it here. So like now we've covered some part of this background. So I think I'm going to go to this picture, this main picture, the biggest one, and I'm going to reveal this part by using the brush and then going to this layer mask. I'm going to reveal this part because I don't want it to be white. Yeah. So for this flower, we're going to do the same thing we did on the previous one. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then increase it so it looks like the camera is focusing on the pictures. And then we're just going to hold Alt Shift, click on this icon here and drag. So we just duplicate the same effect to the other layer. And for this main flower, we are not going to do that. So it will be like that flower is closer to her and these other ones are far from the camera. Let's see. Maybe it's too big. Okay. Yeah, so there's another flower here. Let's see if it works. But maybe what we can do is we can just place it here as well, just to give it a bit of variation. Yeah, it's fine. So we can have it here, and then just hold Ctrl U so we can tweak the hue. So this same icon we saw on the adjustment layer, we're just going to click on it and then choose the red on this flower, and then we're going to adjust it until we get a different color, but this time we're not going to go pink. I think this is better. Looks like gold. So I'm just going to duplicate it as well and just put it over here. And I'm going to flip horizontal. Yeah, so for the background, are we going to leave it white? Let's see. So I'm just going to create an adjustment layer, and then we're going to choose solid color. Then here we can just tweak the colors and see what works. Let's try here. I think this is fine. I like this color. You can't go pink. So let's stay here for now. Maybe we'll look for something for the background, but let's just stay here for now. So because design is a process, you can always try different things. So this is still not bad, but let's leave it this way for now. And let's bring in our text. So it's going to be like happy birthday. And I'm not using any fancy text because I believe you already have a lot of fancy text on your laptop or your computer. So I'm just going to use something simple. So we're not going to leave it here. We're just going to put it below this flower, so it looks like it's behind the flower. There's something we need for this background. So join me as I go on free pick to search for. Don't join me. I'm just going there to download the background and just drop in here. So I'm back, and this is what I got for the background. So I'm just going to drop it here. Okay, makes sense. Perfect. And I'm just going to scale it up. Just going to scale it. Yeah. So this is fine. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring in some butterflies. So I saw these ones and I liked them and I downloaded them, and they were not actually for free. So if you want to have good assets for your design, you just have to subscribe on free pick, so you can always have access to these files. So I'm just bringing in my butterfly here, and I think I want it to be like sitting here, so I'm just going to like flip it horizontal. And I'm going to place it right here. One there. I'm going to duplicate this one still. I'm going to flip it back horizontal. It's going to be here. And I'm going to bring in another butterfly. I think this one. And this one is going to be like sitting on this hair dryer. So no, it's not going to be there. I think this one should be here, big, and I'm going to apply Gaussian blur to it, so it's out of the focus kind of. So I'm still going to use this same one. This one. Because of how it is, I'm just going to like position it here. And I'm going to rotate it so it's like it's on this dryer, and she's just looking at like so place this here. Yeah, I think I should just take this one off and then bring in something else, or bring in another one. Let me just bring in this. No, same thing. Right now our butterflies are not really blending into the scene, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on the color. So because they're just going to be here, I don't think I want to change their position. So what I'm going to do right now is just select all three, or how many are there? 1 2 3 4, and then convert all of them to smart objects. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to Control U. So this time I'm not going to be selecting the particular color. I'm just going to slide on this hue just to find what fits the background, what fits our scene. So I'm just going to keep sliding. Pink is fine. So yep, on this background, let me see if I can also adjust the hue. Yeah, the hue and saturation. So I'm just going to like blur the background a little bit so the focus is on the pictures, on the character. So just go to my filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and let's see how it goes. So let's just keep that. So basically we are almost done. So I'm just going to just bring in some light. So I'm just going to create an empty layer, and I'm going to select my brush, just make it big, and I'm going to set this on pink or purple. Just pick random color from any spot, but I think I'll just go with this purple, and I'm just going to brush here. So I'm just picking some random spots and I'm just brushing them. I'm just trying to create like highlights where I think the light should be harder. So like here, I think the light should be hitting more here. Should be hitting more here too. Should be hitting here. I think it should be hitting here too. So I'm just going to erase some part. I think I overdid the whole thing. So I'm just going to take out this part. I'm going to take out these parts. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to my blend mode. And I'm putting it on pin light to see. I'm just going to duplicate it. And then also try with some other modes. Hard lights also works fine. So let's see, hard lights or pin lights. I think I prefer the hard light. So if you want to have variations in this whole light spot thing, you can just Control U and just tweak this the hue. Oh, I think I even like this one. I like this yellow. So one last thing I think I would like to try. Is this is not necessary, but I always like to do it because I have a lot of loads. Is it lots or loads? I have a lot of them on my laptop, so I just go above everything and I just go to my adjustments layer and I create a color lookup. Then I just scroll, find whichever one fits in. Let's go with this. So without the color lookup, this is what we have. With the color lookup, this is what we have. And I think I'm going with this. So guys, this is my process whenever I want to design. This is what I go through. Go online, look for pictures, or if it's a paid job, I just get pictures from my clients and I just create. Thanks for watching, and I just hope you subscribe to my channel so I can keep uploading tutorials like this. And I'm just going to upload the full video because making cuts, I think you're not going to get how the thing really works. So because some people think it's a very fast process where you can just know this. There are a lot of things. Just in this video, I've touched layer mask, I've used pen tool, I've used eraser tool, I've used the text tool, I've used color lookups. I've used I've just touched how to use adjustment layers, how to use hue and saturation by clipping them on a particular layer, and I've also touched some other things I think I've not mentioned. So yeah, so one last thing is for this text, let's just change this B to a capital B. Yeah, so you can just come down here and say whatever our name is, wishing you a happy birthday. And then you can just put the date somewhere. Let's say this tutorial was recorded on the 7th of October, so I'm just going to say 07 October. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Yep, and that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching.